never sail to Yusuf-Gor anymore.
Zombies, skeletons, you know the story. Speaking of Yusuf-Gor, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky-chan loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst! Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride?
Ha! No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Listen Councillor's wife.
That's why we never sail to Yusuf-Gor anymore.
Speaking of Yusuf-Gor, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky-chan loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence? So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case. Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence? Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each. Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you. No better. Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Good day to you.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine. Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each. Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Corbin there.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
A good day to you.
Lay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each. Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Let us see if you can choose the
Pay the big cheese on your block for the wheel of the good stuff.
Bring a worm, go and spice them, stir and churn.
Fresh haddock, perfect for a fry-up.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Pay the big cheese on your block for the wheel of the good stuff.
Well, hello there.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Norman there.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes. Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Pay the big cheese on your block for the wheel of the good stuff.
Fresh haddock, perfect for a fry-up.
Portions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Fresh haddock, perfect for a fry-up.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
I'm straight, I'm true. There is by the dozens.
Good day to
Tall snake, wing a worm, go and spice them, stir and churn. Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Norman there.
Let us see if you can choose the finest green.
Oh, hello, love. Nice day for a little...
Delicious dog.
What are ye staring at? Captain Jack's the name. Those scallywags are there. Some poor chaps lost their ship and want some work. Just send them to me.
Portions to bemuscle you.
Now it ain't. He drove me straight to the bubble plank.
How's the
Is it so difficult to find a day of labor?
To the Lizard Councillor's wife.
That one never sounds like a
source
full report.
Kills the goats. Is it so difficult to find a day of
Speaking
labour?
of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Curse the gods.
Ever
Is
hear
it so
about the
difficult
time
to find a
Captain
day of
took the
labour?
Duchess of Federal's carriage for a joyride?
Ha! No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sailed the Yellow Door?
Curse the gods. Is it so difficult to find a day of labour?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the Captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a joyride?
Ha! No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Have you found us a job yet? So there's a captain offering booze and
Is that why we never sailed the Yellow Door anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature. No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
I said to him, I said myself, if I don't start...
Hello there. Welcome to... I dodged the old girl. Hello there. Welcome to Sightseeing.
So what did he say?
Well, what does it matter? Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow.
Yes. Honest pay for an honest day.
Nothing like the smell of... I thought the old...
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
Moil, dashed and restored, one right after the other. Thanks! Get to work!
Hey, a nickel! Can't thank you enough for your help.
Oh, it's good to be employed.
Come on, you bilge rats! Hot boy every blowfish in the blue! These are some scally...
Floyd.
Hey, a nickel!
Oh, it's good to be employed.
Come on, you bilge rats! Hot to it!
Hey, a nickel!
Nice day on the water, innit?
Nice day on the water, innit?
Nice day on the water, innit?
Sicilians retreated from this battle, but what about the orcs?
Either they've taken to the sea or set up an encampment in yonder caves. Keep your weapon at the ready.
Away with your weapons! Away! Leave our bullock to mourn in peace. I don't want to fight. I ain't after no fancy stone. I just want to bury... Oh, he was such a dear lad, he was. We wanted to see the world. But we saw next to nothing before he was called to serve the old mother. In our village, oh, poor Oggy, there weren't so many spoiled.
This orc is obviously bereft. We may risk missing out on that armor set, but we've got to leave him be.
Agreed. Robbing the dead is bad enough. But
Don't think I didn't see that twinkle in your eye when I spoke of the armor, small bones. Don't play dumb with me, small bones. You know as well as I that your little city here won't in our own town. We honour the dead by decorating their graves with whatever materials we have. In this case, it's wood.
To accidentally...
Away with your weapons! Don't play dumb with me, small but in our village, I don't want to... Oh, in our own...
I spotted something.
Hypocrites, liars, fiends!
must focus. Stitch of time, eh, my friends?
Oh, hello! What have we here? An adventurer, I judge, by the world-weary look of your weapon, and a noble by the wonderfully deep pockets clipped to your belt. What luck! What luck! Charla is my name, good friend. I came to this second life some time ago, some years it must have. In any case, has been time well spent hunting out so many wonderful. Have a look by all means. You'll find every make. You look like just the sort of self-starter to appreciate what I mean. Weapons, 4 of them, that the intrepid adventurer can improve and upgrade as he travels if he finds the right pieces. See them? See them? Judge for yourself. Goodbye then, good friend. Good.
Away with your weapons! Away! I don't want to. Oh, you know, they're warned.
This orc is obviously bereft.
Agreed.
Don't think I'd. Don't play. You know,
To accidentally disturb any graves.
We made a promise to an organ.
Watch your step. I don't quite. Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap. Careful, I've spotted a trap.
I've spotted something.
fucking rotting sea. No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Ah, hello, proportionate one. I'm a painter by trade, as you can see, but a cartographer at heart. You might think there isn't enough work for one of my talents in a downtrodden city like Sicil, and you'd be quite right.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Not in the mood for cheese. An excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond land. Made a big cheese on your brook with a wheel of the good stuff.
I travel around and...
I'm straight. I'm true. Arrows by the dozens.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies.
Oh, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the potion for that. Or would you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapors?
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Sauce hunters, eh? All right, proper, we're finally getting a hand. Things is chaos. If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she get... Now that the herd's gone, I recently sold my... Yes. Livestock's got twice the sense and thrice the soul of the average human, I say.
Tricks of a kids. This here is the quickest solution in Andoril. Fantastic! Tricks of a kids.
Ah!
Well, what's this I've spotted?
The earth here seems to have been freshly fertilized and aerated. Obviously, someone has...
No, that would be an insult to the dead.
And a disgrace to whomever is maintaining this gravesite.
You step away from the grave.
Can't have gotten far.
Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence?
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of... Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than that. No matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartier specimen, I'm sure the Order sent the individual... Me? Why, it was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslakable thirst. A simple pinch of Atropa belladonna in her morning tea. I who discovered that aging itself can be halted by... Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for it. Yes. If that's how we're referring to the secretive use of a revolutionary healer. She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail upon her to offer a demonstration. She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of but she claims to have gotten the relic from a little utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead... Well, she's certainly possessed... I expect she'll be a very successful... Certainly, what would you like to know? The Councillor. Terrible loss, that. From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violence. I've applied myself to that problem. I declare it an act of the...
Stone? Interesting indeed.
Nothing sets me on edge like inexplicable magic.
Deserving of life. Come, make your case. Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing. But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation. But perhaps it... What would you like to know? One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead. Quite the venerable staple of Sicile, Stephen, and recently blessed with his third grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work, but nearly everyone in Sicile is familiar with grinning Stephen. Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silver Glen. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously. Don't dither long. These men are slipping ever... What do you think? You are?
Stephen should receive the stone. We know full well the difficulty of growing up without a family.
Yes. Stephen, it is? Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get...
Mind.
No, this is highly abnormal. What is this? This lightning?
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone, somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible, terrible, terrible! It will consume us all! By
Now-
the will that lasts
what's a billion words? What's this? 2 Rivalonians here? Your guess is as good as mine, my newfound comrade. Here, quite good timing, by the by. Oh, but I suppose I should make a proper introduction. Zigzags the What am I doing here? Tell me, friend, when I mentioned that time ought to have no end at all? Show, don't tell. I always...
Maybe quite...
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal. It's... The portal has become active. The portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like you, dear stranger. You, those torches, a light! This portal active once more! It's... Goodness me, how right you are! It is the void itself! I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't... It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap! Though I cannot say for certain if it is, in fact, every last question that ever plagued your knock. But why spoil the mystery? After you, after you. You first, but don't dilly-dally. Onward! For... Yes! Just as I'd hoped! There she is! There it is!
And he's off!
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Could it be, milady?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who
Astounding! Unbelievable!
You have brought guests.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane? If any other being in Rivellon asked me about the details of their comings and goings, I could describe them down to the minute. But you are different. So please, do tell me, how a stone? So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of... Not like this, no. What happened? Never had I experienced something so... But yours has. You appeared before...
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and...
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry. Source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why? And Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds left?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus...
I see. What the void...
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this... If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all. Indeed you must, though I may not yet understand why. It seems...
Why, of course, that's what they were doing.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the Void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop. Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore... Source Hunter, do tell!
Not but a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivellon. And now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stone.
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to...
No matter how improbable.
What'll it be? The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to know with you searching out Starstone, but you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon. Luckily, the power of portals is known. Off you go then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time. Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot! Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone just like yourselves. Starstone, from what I can gather, though, they were once cherished ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. 2 more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed, and consult with my agent. Neither do I. But the mere fact that activated Starstone has set the Weaver of Time weaving again, this in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural... We may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save creation. Oh, I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. But of course, I have a price to pay for something that is priceless. It is my duty to record all of history. So, gather those Starstones so that we may know the history that was lost. Lonesome, observing the frontier of creation? Surf? Well, yes, actually. I don't mean to complain, but perhaps you can imagine the profound pleasure it is to have made the Weaver's acquaintance. I'll cross my heart, hope to fade in the void. Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can.
How welcome you are upon this realm. In the ethereal the drift of continents. Except, it seems, ask and I shall answer. I am the Weaver of Time, as I have told you. Though my existence is one that falls behind and yet far exceeds the verb to be. But what I am, and that is task. It is the same for the... Perhaps we are one and the same. task multiplied. Am I the beginning? And am I to be the end? Who shall say? Perhaps I am the first thing in creation. Alas, the answers to those questions still elude me. A hidden answer lies behind this veil. I believe that starstones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. Oh, Hunter, I have no need for... And yet, I do enjoy your companionship. For you, quite so. Your absence, I do not know you, which makes you my one but perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be undone, and time what it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. I reside in another realm altogether. I think that perhaps you can redeem time. Know that no longer I did weave, but suddenly there was you. New threads emerged, and I began to weave in these starstones. Please,
I wonder, do you know more about the void? What it is? What lies at the heart of it?
What lies at its heart? Why, nothing, of course. The great absence of all that even the gods cannot comprehend. It eludes us, like infinity, or the finality of tick-tocking time.
A question has me stumped, milady. Why are there two of us? Two beings that record all of history parallel to one another.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you can come to no harm. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business, and I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flood. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way. While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the grande dame of the advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed or a basket so snug it becomes, in a word, safety.
And run away? Ah, there it is. Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is.
But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for vet. Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care is such a precious circumstance. Save it all, too. I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed, and in the end he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or if Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I lays beside the hearths of home. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So...
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah,
Oh my gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you? These are strange times for magic, aren't they? Source in Sicile, so they say. Oh, it's a hot... Out now, if you please. This room is private.
Striking it rich!
Don't just stand there. Go! Away with you! What are you still doing here? Begone!
Treasure!
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is.
pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Ah, there it is.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Ah, there it is.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Ah, there it is.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Ah, there it is.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Ah, there it is.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Ah, there it is.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Ah, there it is.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Ah, there it is.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Ah, there it is.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Ah, there it is.
pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Murder within the walls? And
It's heating up.
You're a source hunter, aren't you? They say you can talk to animals, but I, for one, won't be falling for such a tall...
Source hunters here?
Warm as dragon's breath.
Drink and gamble, that's all we do around here. Hope you fare better, source hunter.
I'm telling you, a necromancer must be at work in Sicile. How else do you explain risen death?
Greetings! These stores are for our lead. Better to evacuate.
Don't let that rooster escape. He's already on the menu for tonight.
Have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
For you to try it, Screech woman. The beast speaks, so you
The chicken has the right...
Yes, let's pardon him. Just...
These stores are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving the 7.
You let my chicken escape? Looks like it's your lucky day, Jack. Now to tell the troops they're getting that.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after. These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the seven.
Try and screech, woman.
The beast speaks, so you've half a brain behind that feral wall, have you?
Honoured to meet you. Wish I was a sorcerer.
Legionnaire, at your service. You don't look like you're quite ready to head out into the undead-infested wilds to me. I sincerely hope you know what you're doing, Hunter. Right!
It never ends around here. There's...
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Many Legionnaires did so before. Arhu's invention, the stasis blaster. Quite a sight. These days, we Legionnaires who don't ask me how the blaster works, though. I just make sure the thing's hitting its targets.
I wouldn't venture too far out of town. Arhu's invention, the stasis blaster. Quite a sight, no? The ray can... These days we Legionnaires hold... Don't ask me how...
Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah.
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunter. Murder within the walls, undead outside.
Salutation. You don't look like you're... I sincerely hope you know...
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something. Peace be with you, traveller. I once lived a prosperous life. Lorne never recovered from the loss. She was killed less than a week after. May the Seven keep you.
In memory of Loni, death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
May the Seven keep you.
Here lies Helen, killed by an enraged zombie. I'm sure we can talk this out. Here lies Jacques, the oldest man in Syciel. Get off my grave, ye jackanapes. Here lies Nemris, master of philosophy. Here lies Jane. Please do not disturb. Here lies Kavanagh. Will they have Syciel pie? Here lies James, as usual, the filthy fibber. Here lies Kimberly, finally. Here lies Jared. Shall I come back as an enraged spirit or a lovable prankster ghost? Here lies Neil, killed in the line of duty. Here lies Judith, warrior princess. Here lies Gregory, whose wife told him so. Here lies Judith, warrior princess. Here lies Neil, killed in the line of duty. I want to go home. Catherine. I know I was great.
Goes to and fro with the city's youth. They hustle and bustle, while I sit here stagnantly and wonder. Oh, how nice it is of you. The very picture of youth. To break. Pray, let me be forward with you. O sapling rose, O leaf of spring. For my weary mind is troubled, and would highly prize thy gentle-handed assistance. I am but an aged elf that has seen the years parade in long succession. You would listen to my grievance. Hot spiced wine and a snug little room awaits us.
Let us see if you can choose a mighty dream. Waiting for what exactly?
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. No, scratch that. Mendius, at your service. They call the undead. Oh, it's not me.
I'm here to do my duty.
Agreed.
You may tell yours. Too.
Riches do not interest me.
Nor me.
Oh, but even so, my friend.
There is no shame in following directives.
True enough.
Come now. And that is exactly... you like nothing more than to enlist. What a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow. Sharp as a switchblade. Most meritorious of you. Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, of course. By now, the genial work hard. Fulfill contract, of course.
Waiting for what?
Join a guild. Better.
And me.
Marvelous. Magnificent. Oh, it's a pretty one of them, but you can... Luckily, there are those in this world. What more?
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear's edge... I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. You wouldn't. Medora's the heavens. See, I'm here. There's been an attack. What they want. I came south seeking the lick by the skin of... I managed to wrench... Welcome. I've been scouting Sicil for some time now. And I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel. More than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into. There's Mayor Cecil's doings, for one. And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the mayor's a decent sort. But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, I suspect an illegal sauce, artifact, or substance. Fella seems like a humble doctor. But a loose-lipped fishmonger let slip. Hardly the habit of an in... You mean you don't already know, comrade? Their kind can see in the dark. Well, you know the old expression.
A fantastic plan. With 3 source hunters working in tandem.
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more...
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc and sorcerer in 100 miles.